The incredible SAS hostage rescue has been shrouded in mystery. Can you believe it? The elite British Special Forces squad is known for its daring missions, but what happens when their actions are kept secret from the rest of the world? We'll explore the SAS's fascinating origins, their exceptional skills in counterterrorism, hostage rescue and covert operations, and the dramatic incidents that made headlines around the world. Get ready to be amazed as we tell you the hidden story of the SAS hostage rescue no one knows about. The Special Air Service, or SAS, holds a storied history as one of the elite Special Force units of the British Army. It was established in 1941 by David Stirling and later reconstituted as a corps in 1950. The SAS specializes in various critical roles including counterterrorism, hostage rescue, direct action, and covert reconnaissance. Due to the clandestine nature of its operations and the sensitive information involved, the unit remains highly classified and is not openly discussed by the British government or the Ministry of Defense. Currently, the SAS is composed of the 22 Special Air Service Regiment, the regular component, and 2 reserve units, the 21 Special Air Service Regiment Artist and the 23 Special Air Service Regiment, all operating under the Command of United Kingdom Special Forces, or UKSF. The Director of Special Forces oversees both the SAS and its sister unit, the Royal Navy Special Boat Service, which specializes in maritime counterterrorism. The origins of the SAS can be traced back to 1941 during the Second World War. After the war, it was reformed as part of the Territorial Army and known as the 21st Special Air Service Regiment. However, it was the 22nd Special Air Service Regiment, a regular Army unit that gained worldwide fame and recognition after successfully rescuing most of the hostages during the 1980 Iranian embassy siege, an operation that was televised and captivated audiences around the globe. In 2012, a remarkable and daring NATO-led rescue mission took place in Afghanistan, resulting in the liberation of British aid worker Helen Johnston and her 3 colleagues. It was an event that left her parents hugely relieved upon hearing the wonderful news. Helen Johnston, a 28-year-old nutritionist, had been held captive in the remote caves of the mountainous northeast Badakhshan province since May 22nd. They had been seized by an armed gang while they were on their way to a relief project site, traveling by donkey. Luckily, one member of the team had managed to escape their captors and had raised the alarm. The rescue operation, which unfolded in the dead of night, involved the combined efforts of NATO's International Security Assistance Force and Afghan forces, who made their way to the area using helicopters. The hostages were finally freed, and at least 7 of their captors were killed during the operation. British Prime Minister David Cameron, after speaking to Helen Johnston by phone, lauded the rescue as an extraordinarily brave, breathtaking mission. He revealed that he had given his permission for the operation to proceed when concerns escalated regarding the safety of the hostages. In the aftermath of the successful rescue, David Cameron sent a stern message to terrorists worldwide, declaring that the UK does not negotiate with hostage takers or pay ransoms. He made it clear that those who dare to take British citizens hostage should expect nothing less than a swift and brutal response. David Cameron praised the operation with utmost admiration, calling it extraordinarily brave and breathtaking. He didn't hold back in expressing his deep respect for the troops who executed the rescue with exceptional skill and dedication. The captors turned out to be a motley crew of insurgent sympathizers, criminals, and drug smugglers, as revealed by the governor of the Badakhshan province, Shah Waliullah Adeb. These ruthless captors had cunningly kept the hostages in 7 different locations within the mountain caves, where the absence of local residents helped them avoid detection by security forces. Their demands were outrageous, showing their utter disregard for human life. They wanted a staggering $4 million ransom and the release of a notorious local criminal. This placed enormous pressure on both the authorities and the hostages' families. In the midst of this harrowing situation, Helen Johnston's parents, Philip and Patricia, and her brother Peter, issued a statement expressing their overwhelming joy and relief at hearing the news of her freedom. They extended their heartfelt gratitude to everyone involved in the rescue, acknowledging the tireless efforts of those who worked to secure her release. They also thanked family and friends for their unwavering love, prayers, and support during the tense 12 days. The family specifically appreciated the media's restraint in reporting on the abduction and kindly asked for continued privacy to cherish a special moment of their reunion. The 4 hostages, including Helen Johnston, were fortunate to be in good health following their ordeal. They were employees of MedAir, a Swiss humanitarian non-governmental organization. The organization's spokesperson, Aurélien Desmoreaux, conveyed their immense gratitude to all parties involved in ensuring the swift and safe return of the dedicated workers. General John Allen, the ISAF commander, expressed his gratitude to the Afghan Interior Ministry for their unwavering support they provided throughout the crisis. He emphasized that the successful mission showcased the collective commitment of the international forces to defeat the Taliban. He went on to praise the meticulous planning, rehearsals, and execution carried out by the ISAF forces. Their dedication and proficiency were instrumental in ensuring the hostages' safe return. This successful rescue mission operation stood in stark contrast to unfortunate incidents. In March, engineer Christopher McManus and his Italian colleague Franco Lamolinara tragically lost their lives at the hands of their captors during a failed operation involving British forces in Nigeria. In October 2010, the rescue attempt for British aid worker Linda Norgrove also ended in tragedy. Badakhshan had been a region with pockets of insurgent activity, as demonstrated by past incidents. In August 2010, a group of 8 medical aid workers, including British Dr. Karen Wu, fell victim to the Taliban's violence. Throughout the crisis, Helen Johnston and Morgawa O'Reary were receiving essential support from British embassy staff in Kabul. The 2 Afghan aid workers had been able to return safely to their families in Badakhshan, according to the Foreign Office. The Foreign and Commonwealth Office remained in close contact with Helen Johnston's family, providing them with all necessary support during this difficult time. They also maintained communication with Moragwa's family, as well as with the governments of Afghanistan and Kenya. Medair, the Swiss humanitarian NGO employing the hostages, had been in constant contact with the families of the Afghan aid workers. Helen's dedication and compassion were evident in her work among the malnourished children of Badakhshan, a deeply conservative province where women couldn't go out alone. Originally from Stoke Newington, North London, she pursued her studies in nutrition at the prestigious London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. London's Evening Standard had the opportunity to interview her about her crucial work with the skeletal children in the region, where the infant mortality rate ranked among the highest in the world. In Badakhshan, 4 clinics operated by Medair, the Swiss humanitarian NGO, had treated over 2,000 severely or acutely malnourished children under the age of 5 since Helen had begun her work there. Helen revealed that the malnutrition rate among the young population in Badakhshan is alarmingly high, surpassing the international emergency level by double. The magnitude of suffering she witnessed often stirred a strong emotional response in her. She described how the children would come to the clinic wrapped in clothes, looking bigger than they were, but once they were measured, their frailty and tiny frames were evident. Despite the grueling and challenging conditions in the region, which she described as cold, damp, and miserable, Helen saw the critical importance of her presence there. She acknowledged the frustrations and difficulties of her work, but the undeniable need to help the suffering children kept her dedicated to her mission. Her work in Badakhshan was a testament to the selflessness and determination of humanitarian workers who go above and beyond to make a positive impact in some of the world's most vulnerable and underserved communities. Helen's commitment to improving the lives of these children serves as an inspiration to others and highlights the importance of addressing the urgent needs in areas with high infant mortality rates and acute malnutrition. The Special Air Service stands as a revered and enigmatic Special Forces unit within the British Army. Its origins trace back to World War II, and since its reformation, the SAS has excelled in counterterrorism, hostage rescue, and covert operations. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.